Iran has reacted angrily to President Trump reaffirming America's partnership with Saudi Arabia, despite the brutal murder of dissident journalist Jamal Khashoggi in the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. Donald Trump has now attempted to shift the spotlight from who's to blame for the killing to the fight against the perceived Iranian threat. Here's how the foreign minister in Tehran reacted.
Mr. Trump bizarrely devotes the first paragraph of his shameful statement on Saudi atrocities to accusing Iran of every sort of malfeasance he can think of. Perhaps we're also responsible for the California fires because we didn't help rake the forests, just like the Finns do.
Well, let's get into some of that statement by Trump. What's it called? Standing with Saudi Arabia. It points out that the whole truth behind Khashoggi's killing might never be known. That's first of all. Also adds that action has already been taken and that Saudi Arabia remains a steadfast partner. This is some of his comments.
It's a very complex situation. It's a shame, but it is what it is. If you look at Iran, just take a look at Iran, and you look at what they're doing. They are a terrorist nation right now. We also need a counterbalance, and Israel needs help also. If we abandon Saudi Arabia, it would be a terrible mistake. And I'm not going to tell a country that's spending hundreds of billions of dollars and has helped me do one thing very importantly, keep oil prices down so that they're not going to $100 and $150 a barrel. Right now, we have oil prices in great shape. I'm not going to destroy the world economy, and I'm not going to destroy the economy for our country by being foolish with Saudi Arabia.
Well, those statements, that sentiment has drawn condemnation in the American news media, who suggest Trump is caving in to the Saudis and ignoring his own intelligence services.
However, President Trump today chose a different path, something more along the lines of, the world is a very dangerous place, and because it is, we should let murderers get away with it, especially if the murderers are paying us lots of money.
Now we're left to figure out why the president is telling that lie, why he's going so far out of his way to cover for the country and specifically the ruler that carried out this killing of a U.S. resident and U.S. journalist.
Riyadh's response? Well, Saudi Arabian officials deny sanctioning the murder of Jamal Khashoggi, saying they had no knowledge it was being planned. They insist the Saudi intelligence officer was acting alone. And also, the prosecutor's office of Saudi Arabia earlier said it would seek the death penalty for 5 suspects detained over the murder. Well, as for Trump, aside from countering Iran and keeping oil prices in check, as he was saying there, he also made it clear that America's economic interests come first, and also major arms deals with the Saudis cannot be lost to rivals.
They're buying hundreds of billions of dollars worth of things from this country. If I say we don't want to take your business, if I say we're going to cut it off, they will get the equipment, military equipment and other things from Russia and China. Russia and China would be very, very happy.
The U.S. foreign policy is basically driven by the military-industrial complex, which, as he reports in this statement, is due to receive $110 billion in weapons orders from Saudi Arabia. So that's what it's come down to. The United States, under President Trump, is first and foremost a weapons and arms dealer.